What? Where's the month gone? I mean, I just threw out my Christmas tree and it's indeed already the end of January. And that means it's time for another edition of Sim Racers Monthly. Plenty of interesting stories happened already in 2026, so let's dive right in. Starting with the first big sim racing event of the year, Sim Formula Europe 2026. Once again, SFE kicked things off in Maastricht alongside Interclassics, and we were the proud media partner of the event this year as well. The OverTake booth had something special in store too, as we teamed up with Lamborghini to bring one of only 40 Essenza SCV12s to be part of the new supercar foyer that linked both Interclassics and Sim Formula together. Quite the exciting collection that was parked there, and very much invaluable. The 4-day event also saw the addition of a second esports final, namely that of Esports Racing League powered by VCO. This happened on the event Saturday, and ERA Esports by EMM took the title after prevailing in the last garage. The same platform developed by Marcel Offermans will be used a day later in the Sim Formula Europe 2026 Championship final as well, where Sven Gellert was crowned champion. Congratulations to the winners. Organizers Andy Maassen and Diana Langen were very happy with the 2026 edition of Sim Formula Europe. More exhibitors, the successful debut of a second final, and the supercar foyer, plus the general positive atmosphere at SFE all added up to an outstanding event. In addition, they also brought for the very first time Sim Flight to the event, so we probably can look forward to that as well in 2027. Moser Wheels, Fairtech Podium D launch, and GameSir controller. Just a few days into the new year, there was a good amount of interesting hardware news already. Moser Racing came running out of the gate first, launching not one, but 3 new steering wheels. We already knew that the Porsche Mission R wheel would be coming, but the CS Pro and KS Pro wheels were surprises. And good ones at that. Michael had the chance to test all 3 of the new wheels already. Check out his review here. 2 days later, GameSir showed a new controller with a built-in steering wheel, including direct drive at CES Las Vegas. This could prove to be a budget alternative for those who don't have the space or can't spend the money for a full setup, but still want more control over their car while using a gamepad. The Swift Drive, as the controller is called, also features gear change LEDs, so it's quite clear that the device is aimed at sim racers. And finally, on Sim Formula Europe opening day, Fairtech launched its new flagship wheelbase, the Podium DD. The base was unveiled at Sim Racing Expo last October, but being present as an exhibitor in Maastricht, Fairtech decided to officially launch their new flagship there. The most surprising thing about the Podium D was its price. With specs that exceed the previous top-tier DD2, it is cheaper than expected at €1,099. Considering the DD2's €1,499 price tag before it was no longer available, that's quite a lot less. It helps that the base itself is rock solid, with no real flaws to point out, except that it is slightly less wide than its predecessors, making podium-style side mounts more difficult to use on your rig, as Yannick found out when reviewing the Podium DD for us. Fairtech also announced a potentially very useful integration in late January, a new plugin released for Steam Deck by Elgato, who like Fairtech are part of the Corsair umbrella. Lets users configure their wheelbase settings on the fly without having to bring up the Fairtech app on their monitor or tweak settings on the small display some Fairtech devices have. The plugin also offers compatibility with live telemetry to display the current position, fuel level, tire temperatures, and other elements. It's likely the biggest racing game release of 2026. Forza Horizon 6 will take the series to Japan for the first time, and an early January leak claiming a May 14th release date was confirmed when Playground Games finally showed gameplay of the upcoming Horizon title during the Xbox Developer Direct. Not only will the game feature the biggest map ever created for the Horizon series, it will also have more than 550 cars at launch, with Japanese car culture as the clear focus, of course. What we did miss among the Toyotas, Hondas and K-cars though was Subaru. The brand was nowhere to be seen and is also not on the first list of confirmed cars. For now, we'd hope otherwise there would be a glaring omission, and we all know how much Michael loves his Subarus. Meanwhile, on the gameplay side, it looks like Forza Horizon 6 will return to a more traditional approach, as the wristband system that was already used in the very first game will come back. Unlock a new wristband color, and you also unlock new events and features, including the Legend Islands area that only unlocks once you reach the golden wristband. In contrast to this, Forza Horizon 5 was much more lenient, seemingly throwing high-end cars at the players whenever there was a chance. While sim racing rally fans are eagerly anticipating the next Assetto Corsa Rally update, there was a more arcade-oriented release in January that celebrates the sport as well. Super Woden Rally Edge is the successor to Super Woden GP2, which already featured rally events, albeit on very short stages. This time, they are the main focus, and as Connor found out when reviewing the game, solo developer Vijuda has done a great job again in creating a fun title that car and rally lovers will enjoy. The game's main draw is its career mode, which even features super special stages and Gymkhana events. At just €12.79, the Super Woden Rally Edge is an absolute steal on Steam. And if Vijuda's previous games are anything to go by, console versions should follow soon as well. While we're on the topic of rally, Supernova Game Studios have announced that Assetto Corsa Rally will see the debut of a new location, with new stages as parts of its 0.3 update. And it is perhaps the most famous location of them all, Rally Monte Carlo. The news broke just as the real-life WRC season got going at this very same event, and sim racers can look forward to laser-scanned versions of the La Ballon and Cisterian stages, and 2 more cars are also part of the update. At the time of filming this, however, it is not known which cars that will be, but one of them may well be the Skoda Fabia RS Rally 2 that was announced to be coming already in late November. It would join the Hyundai i20N Rally 2 in the same class. Speaking of class, what would be very classy is if you hit the like and subscribe buttons and ring the notification bell if you like what we're doing here. That helps our channel grow so we can keep bringing you informative, entertaining, and fun sim racing videos in the future as well. We appreciate your support. But now, back to the January news. One final rally topic. As already mentioned, the WRC season got underway at Rally Monte Carlo, and it featured an M Sport Ford Puma driven by John Armstrong. If that name sounds familiar, it might be because he was a game designer and driver consultant at Codemasters for EA Sports WRC. He's always been one of us, a sim racer and rally gamer by heart. Armstrong also won the 2018 World Rally Esports Championship. After being runner-up in the Junior WRC Championship in 2021 and 22, he was successful in the European Rally Championship with 2 victories and an overall 2nd place last year. It's cool to see John making the jump into WRC's Rally 1 cars with M Sport as one of only 2 full-time work entries. Unfortunately, Monte Carlo was not very kind to John and his co-driver Shane Byrne, as the duo had to retire following an accident on the penultimate stage. Still, we're crossing our fingers for more successful events throughout the 2026 season. Let's go, John. For years, the free Automobilista 2 demo available on Steam has been behind the full game state, and it would put people off from trying the sim properly. Developer Razer Studios recognized this and finally updated the demo to be in line with the full game. And there's quite a lot to try in the free version already. 7 tracks and 7 car classes are part of the demo, including the circa 2001 F1-derived Formula V10 Gen 2 class and the Brazilian P2 prototypes. Players can give race weekends, test days, and time trial modes a go without any sort of time limit. By the way, AMS2 is now also included in OverTake Turbo with a bunch of tracks to start with. In case you didn't know what OverTake Turbo is,
you can become a premium member on our website, overtake.gg.
It's not just about the daily news, forums, guides, and downloads. It's also a vibrant community. Premium members enjoy extra benefits such as an ad-free browsing experience, special community deals, discounts, and OverTake Turbo, which provides setups, coaching, and 1 free esports setup per month powered by Track Titan. There is also a racing club where you can race with great, fair people without worrying about your driver or safety rating.
And if you love unboxing sim racing gear just as we do, there's a premium member giveaway every month. You can win pedal sets, handbrakes, and nice steering wheels. Another cool feature are community reviews, so you can have a chance to contribute and share your opinion on not yet released hardware or games.
Have your voice heard and help shape the future of sim racing. Join as a premium member on overtake.gg for just €1 a month.
Studio 397 and Motorsport Games have created a lot of positive momentum for Le Mans Ultimate in 2025, and they are fully intent on keeping it going in 2026. After the LMGT3 cars have received Tyre model reworks in past updates already, it is the Hypercar class's turn in Q1 of this year, as the dev team announced. The next update should also complete the list of ELMS content, and an announcement from summer of last year mentioned the career mode to also drop in Q1 of 2026, which would be fitting to release before the real WEC season kicks off in Qatar on March 28th. To get endurance racing fans in the mood, another 24-hour test event has also been announced. On February 27th and 28th, players get to race in another version of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. We here at OverTake already can't wait. The announcement of Grand Pro Circuit was met with a lot of attention from sim racers. The retro F1 game set in the 1980s is developed as a one-man project by Marcel Barani, and while it will not feature every single track F1 raced on from 1980s to 1989, Marcel is creating 20 circuits to be part of the game. A new preview video showing Zandvoort in its old configuration that went through the dunes quite rapidly was the final puzzle piece to know all 20 tracks that will be in Grand Pro Circuit. The lineup will feature most of the iconic tracks of the era, as players will be able to race at venues like Spa, the old Österreichring, Silverstone, Adelaide or Kyalami. The biggest emissions probably being Brands Hatch and Watkins Glen, but who's to say they won't be added later? Check out the full list on our website. As a newcomer, getting started in sim racing can be tough. That's why we teamed up with Evolution Racing Academy to offer OverTake members a free beginner's course, spanning 4 basic and 4 advanced lessons. Participants get to learn basic driving techniques and terminology in a professional way, which should make it easier for them to find their feet on track. Throughout the year, ERA will also host setup courses so participants can eventually build and adapt their own setups. All you need is an OverTake account, Assetto Corsa Rally, and the GT4 DLC if you want to attend the advanced courses. Check out our article on the corporation for more details. And that's it for Sim Racers Monthly in January 2026. Once again, plenty of exciting stories that make it look like 2026 will be a really cool year in sim racing. Let's see how it all shakes out, and I'll see you in the next edition of Sim Racers Monthly.